Yo, 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 what's going on, Fight World? This is the first episode of Mayweather POV. I am Stacey Mayweather, and this is my point of view. This is a show that is going to take you all type of places. I'll be doing different type of interviews, appearing at gyms, getting predictions. Definitely, you will catch footage with me and the champ himself, Floyd Mayweather. Also, live from different fights, venues, and whatnot. So, we're going to have a blast. So, stay with me, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Share everything you get. Copy and paste it, share it everywhere. So, first place of business. Now, I'm going to be honest. Wait. Now, we don't get to the business yet. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Everybody not going to like me because I'm going to say my truth. It don't mean it's the truth, but it's my truth. It's my perspective. It's my point of view. It's how I see it. So, I'm sure that a lot of people will see it the same way, and I'm sure that a lot of people will see it the opposite way. So, the first place of business, everybody know what time it is. The first place of business is Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao, and they clash. It's very interesting the closer it gets to the fight date. Originally, Thurman was the pick. And I'm not judging him by his last fight. His fights before that, I hope that this fight is the fight that motivates him to get this hunger, this hunger for legacy. Maybe this is the fight that will make him feel that way because it's a career-defining fight to him. So hopefully he's motivated still by legacy instead of money because it's very difficult to be motivated by both. Floyd is probably the only person I actually seen motivated by both. He wanted to protect his legacy as well as he wanted to get the bag. So, and that's different. Like Terrence Crawford is a fighter that I think is more focused on his legacy. The money will come. Because everybody don't want to be a star. So, this fight here is so interesting because, you got Manny Pacquiao, a guy that's 40, but is hungry, that's finally free from the locks and chains that was on him, the shackles that was on his feet, so he feels young again. I won't assess him by the fight with Adrian Broner because me personally, I don't know that a legacy is what drives Adrian Broner at this point of his career. I don't know if he wants to be great anymore. He don't say that anymore. At one time, that's things that he was speaking of going down as the greatest. I think that, which I'm not knocking him. I'm cool with Adrian. I think that he's motivated by money at this point, and I can't knock that. He's self-made. He continues to get the money. More power to him. And he's not the only one. It's just he's more loud. He's more animated, so everybody will see that that's his focus. He's just honest. A lot of people feel the way he is and live the way he lives. They just don't just put it on display. So, back to the matter at hand. Pacquiao, what I say about him is he's older, he's hungry. I think he still got speed. He definitely still has decent power. It's interesting of how Pacquiao will deal with the youth and the size of him at his age. But it's more interesting of how Thurman is going to deal with his foot movement, how Thurman is going to deal with the southpaw. I think that that's the only thing that kind of worries me for it because when I seen him fight Bandu, I think it was Bandu he fought, had his eyes swole. Bandu was switching on him, and I seen that it caused them problems. And I don't know if it was the switching that caused them problems or if it was him in the southpaw stance. If him fighting the southpaw is something he can't do, Even a 40-year-old Pacquiao is going to bring him all the problems he wants because he's still fast and his punches come from such angles that it's crazy and it's a chainsaw in there. You know, he can swing 5 punches with each punch bringing more force and velocity to it. So it's interesting how that's going to turn out. But if I was to pick and to bet my money, I have to bet on Thurman because he's plus money. And when this fight first was announced, that's how I was going with the bets. I'm going with the bets as in whoever is plus money because me personally, I believe that it's the fight game and anybody can win. Though Thurman, I believe, in my opinion, is the king of the division because he had 2 titles in that division. He beat a game Sean Porter that only had 1 loss. And he also beat Danny Garcia, which was undefeated. And, you know, some people would say, well, Danny Garcia, this and that and the other. But people got to understand when you're the champion and you're undefeated, somebody has to take that from you. And he was the person that took that from him, even though it was a close, exciting fight. So it's interesting to see if he still has that hunger and if he still will be aggressive, if he will really go for the knockout. Another thing that worries me for Thurman is when I see fighters sometimes go picking up different trainers and different fitness people and strength and conditioning coaches and stuff, and they start focusing more on their strength and condition than their game plan. But my father, may he rest in peace, Robert Tucker, which was Tony Tucker's father, Tony TNT Tucker's father, he told me that Thurman is very smart. So I consider him the guru. So we will see. But I don't know if power is what beats Pacquiao. So hopefully he's also focused on a game plan of how he's going to do it. Judging by him talking, it seems that he has it all figured out. He feels that Pacquiao fights in spurts. So I guess he do have a game plan. Hopefully it's a game plan and not an assumption because it's a big difference. Because at the end of the day, Pacquiao is the fighter of the era that he was in. He's one of the top 2 fighters in that era. So involved in the biggest fight in the history of the thing. So it's a place he's been before, which I believe that Thurman, I don't think that will be a problem, but I don't know. Because the stage will be bigger than any stage you have seen. That comes into play. The speed's going to come into play. The power's going to come into play. Only thing I would say about Thurman, I like a lot of things he do. I like the way he moves his feet. I like his adjustment. He finds a way to win. His weakness is when he's hurt, he runs. And that's not good. It's not good at all. Especially against a fighter like Pacquiao, because you're playing into his hands. You have to grab that man. Especially if you're stronger than him, you have to grab that man. And any other man for that matter. I've seen that more than once. I've seen when he get hit, he flees. And that's very dangerous because if I see it, somebody else sees it. So I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to touch on that topic? Just in that division alone, it's a lot of things I want to touch in that, but I'm going to say that for later. This was a short little introduction of what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, and it's going to be fun, man. So like I said, subscribe, follow, also shop with me. Come on Instagram. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Stacey Mayweather and at SLM Moneyless Minds. Shop with me. I got the gear on deck. We got the show popping. See y'all next time. Leave y'all predictions in the comments though too. Let me know.